Hello, my garden friend, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you could join me. I've finished work for the week, which is very exciting, and that means I can spend time in my own garden. The patch is looking really good at the moment. Things are coming along nicely, but I still have 1.5 beds that I can plant out. This one in the front, you can just see right there, has still got tomatoes in it. They need to come out. So that'll be a whole bed, and then the one just in the diagonal direction behind it, I've got about half a bed free for that one as well. I brought home some plants from work, of course, some seedlings to go in, but also some discount plants because we all love a discount plant. I'm going to show you those in just a sec, but before I do, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Michael. I love all things gardening, so if you do too, you have come to the right place. Now let's get growing. So my little plant haul here, I've got some seedlings, I've got a couple of punnets of broad beans, which are always good at this time of year, some mixed lettuces, an heirloom mix of lettuces, because you can't have too many lettuces, and I haven't got any in the ground yet, some coriander, which is always a good winter harvest, and the all-important discount plants. This one, $5 of course, is a I don't even know what it's called, Camellalcium hybrid. It's almost like a Geraldton wax. I think it's similar, very similar. The label is all worn, so I can't show you that, but I'll see if I can put a picture of it up on the screen. But the plant itself is perfect, so that is going to go in the ground. This one is Elite Winter Sun Erysimum. Why is it always so hard to say the names? Erysimum. Elite Winter Sun. So it provides winter flowers, which is nice, 40 to 60 centimeters. It does look a bit leggy, but you can see underneath there all the little green growth coming up. So I'm thinking if I just give it a haircut, it will come back nicely. And of course that was $5. And I'm excited about this one. This one was a bit more expensive, it was $20. It is a Tangelo. I've never grown Tangelo before. Tangelo is a mix between a mandarin and grapefruit. But I liked it because it was 20 bucks, of course. But look at how it's branching. So my thought is to turn it into an espalier. I think it would be perfect for it. It's been in this pot for a while, the roots, that's how it comes out of the pot. So it does need a little bit of love, but citrus are pretty hardy, and I think I can bring it back to life. And lastly, this one was not a discount. It is a kangaroo paw that I'm going to plant on my street verge because I want a little bit of color out there. And it says this one flowers all year round. So that's pretty exciting. And you can see the little flowers there that it's got at the moment. Nice sort of fiery color, yellowy orange. So that is my plant haul for this week. But I think today we'll stick with the veggie patch and then we can do the other plants at a later date. So let's head in there now. But first, this is my one and only tromboncino, and I think it needs to come down. The vine is definitely dead, and it looks a little bit browning. Looks like it's browning a little bit up here, so I don't want it to drop. Here's my lucky lucky last, lucky only tromboncino. And it started to brown off, so it will be able to store fairly well. Stick it somewhere cool, dry, and I can have it at a later date, probably mid-winter. I'll be able to use this, make it into a soup, similar to like a pumpkin soup. A good little harvest. Again, my apologies if you can hear trucks. The council is still building their car park out the back. Now I've got a whole bit of vertical space to put something. I think some sweet peas are going to go in this area. And on this side, I'm just waiting for my loofahs to finish up. I think the vine is slowly dying, so I'll leave it for a little bit longer, and then I'll be able to clear those and harvest all my loofahs. I've got 3 big ones, 4 big ones, 5 big ones, and it was even producing some more, but I don't know if those little ones are going to get to a good size before the vine dies. But 5's a pretty good harvest, I reckon. I won't need to buy sponges for ever. I'll show you at a later date. I'm peeling it and taking the seeds out. I have plenty of loofah seeds for next season, and how you can use it as a sponge or a kitchen sponge, or all sorts of options for it. This is the half bed that I had free, or have free, but it's probably a bit more than a half a bed. I've got this capsicum on the other side, which is currently fruiting, so I'm not taking it out. I might actually leave it in situ, is that the word? In position for the winter and see how it goes. I've taken one out and put it in my greenhouse to overwinter. But this one has got fruit on it. This one has just ripened, so I can pick this one now. But there's some other green, 1, 2, 3 capsicums on it at the moment. 4 actually, so that's pretty good, because it's supposed to almost be winter and we're still in 20+ degree days, so that's a little bit concerning. But the eggplant is, excuse me, the eggplant is looking a little bit sad, so I think I'm going to pull the eggplant out. I do have one also in my greenhouse, and still a couple over in my beds closer to the house, so I don't think I need this one here. It did have some fruit on it, but they are quite little. I could harvest them and eat them. They feel all right. I'm going to add some fresh compost, but before I do, I have one of numerous dahlias right here that I've cut down. I'm going to attempt to lift it. I've never done this before, so let's see how it goes. Scared. How deep do I need to go? Got the irrigation line in the way, so makes it a little bit harder. Some roots. Oh, it's coming. Hey, did it. So many little tubers. I wonder how many I'm going to be able to divide and use next season. Look at that. So exciting. Now I just need to safely store it for the winter. If you know how to store dahlias, let me know in the comments, because I need some tips since I've never grown dahlias before. But I'll put that somewhere safe for now. Now for some compost. So this half of the bed is going to be my broad bean bed. There's only 8 in these seedling punnets. Ooh. Such thick roots. Look at them. Healthy. 8. But they only need to be planted 15 centimeters apart. Probably get some more and plant them in here. Lovely. And right here on the end, I've got a little bit of space. So I could either get some more broad beans or just plant something there. Oh, I've got some nasturtium seedlings. So maybe if I put one here and then it will sort of spill over the edge. A good idea. Label. And I've got a tiny little baby nasturtium seedling. But the roots are coming out of the bottom, so it's definitely ready to grow on. Now for some all-important mulch, sugarcane mulch. How long before the blackbirds? As soon as I go inside, I'm sure I'll look out the window and the blackbirds will be scratching around in it. This is the last of my pumpkin patch, and I was leaving it in as long as possible because I had a couple of pumpkins that were still growing. But then I was also trying to tidy it up a little bit and unknowingly cut the little branch, call it a branch? The little tendril crawling thing that was attached to the pumpkins that were still growing. So the pumpkins are still there, I'll show you them. I was just down here checking them because they're not that big. Look how it's only, you know, a little bit bigger than a softball or something. So I don't know if they're going to be edible. I hope so. That one's a little bit bigger. The vine's still got some green in it, but I think I'm going to have to cut them off soon. but I was down here looking at them, and I've got to show you what I found. Hiding in here under my lime tree is a big pumpkin. I didn't see it down there. So that is so exciting. That one is still connected to another pumpkin plant that I had in this patch. So I'm going to leave that one for a little bit longer, just until the vine starts to really die off. I just hope there's not been any rats in there nibbling on it. But I don't want to get in there in case I accidentally snap the vine or something. So I'm going to be watching that one with great focus, great intensity. Is that the word, intensity? Anyway, I'm going to be keeping my eye on that one. But these two probably need to come off the vine. This bed I used last season for my potato bed. And it's almost potato sowing season again. So I think I'm going to use it again for my potatoes. So the pumpkins can't stay in there for too much longer. I'm going to have to pull them out eventually and give some, do a bit of, get your words out, do a little bit of soil amending. And the soil's dropped a little bit. It's about, it's about down to here now. So could do with a few fresh bags of compost before I put my potatoes in. I got this kale from work because it was just a daggy old kale. And so I threw it in just to see how it would go. So it has started to grow, but it is not covered, and just look at it. It is full of holes, and if you look closely, I wonder how close I can get with this. That is a caterpillar egg. There's another one just there. There's two on the underside here. There's two on the underside of this one as well. So the cabbage whites found it pretty quickly and have gone crazy with laying eggs on it. So what I can do is, I just found an old label, scrape them off. There's so many on there though. Cabbage whites are the worst. They're on every leaf pretty much. Oh look, there's even hatched ones. You little... Don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it'll zoom in that close. No. I already got caterpillars all over it. I reckon I've picked off at least 10 caterpillars and the same amount of eggs. We'll see if that kale makes it. But I want to stake up my capsicum because it's leaning over a little bit. It's a bit better. This one is, oh, you can't even see. This one here is ripening up now. Definitely got some darker shades to it. But that's pretty good. Good little capsicum. It's a bit squished at the top, but still looks nice. Smells yummy. We're not going to get to pulling up tomatoes today because I've spent too much time yabbering on about cabbage whites and kale. But I've got my other seedlings, the coriander and my lettuces, and I'm going to plant them in some beds by the house. So we'll do that now. I've got my veggie pod here and some lettuces already in, but as you can see, can you see? They are shooting. When they start getting really long like this, they're going to start going to seed, which means they probably don't taste very good anymore. And I'm going to take them out and replace them with the new lettuces I bought. The chickens will get these. See if I can wedge this open. It is windy, so hopefully it doesn't slam on my head. And look at the leeks that I planted a few months ago. They are thickening up nicely. It's really only this one at the moment that looks a bit over it. The others aren't too bad. I'll need to eat them soon though. Chickens can have that one. But I'll probably maybe I'll just chuck this lettuces down the middle of the ones that are already in. Pick out these weeds that are growing. Don't even know what that is. So I've got these heirloom, are they heirloom? Yeah, heirloom mixed variety of lettuces. I'm going to put some coriander in down here, and this was my other eggplant plant, but it is starting to yellow off a little bit, and there's a couple of flowers. I don't know whether to leave it or not. Maybe I'll leave that one for now, and I've got this one over here, which is sort of hanging off the edge of the bed. Maybe I'll take that one out, and then I'll have a little bit more space for something else. Hi. Are you a coriander fan? Or are you one of those people that thinks it tastes like soap? Let me know in the comments. I love coriander. So fresh, so tasty in like Asian cuisine, and like a nice salad. Yum. Or like a nice salsa, tomato, fresh coriander. Yum. Okay, well I think that'll just about do it for today's video. I can still see in the corner of my eye those other plants that I didn't plant. Maybe we'll tackle that in the next video. But thank you for joining me. Itchy chin. If you have enjoyed it, be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also if you want exclusive content, behind the scenes content that doesn't go up on the main feed, and just a bit more of gardening with Michael, then I have set up a membership that you can become a part of here on YouTube. It's just a few dollars a month. So if you're interested in that, you can navigate around my page. I think it says join. You can join that, and I would love to see you over there. But if not, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.